that and that and that and that and that were painted by like French or
Right.
Italian people.
So
and
are you saying this is the wrong image of Jesus?
Well, not necessarily, because if you're trying to like deliver a message that's supposed to permeate a culture, you might adapt some of the characters to look like the culture.
So wouldn't that be
You know, so
considered?
like that might work. That icon of Jesus might work better in Europe for getting people to believe in
So
what the Bible
question with
says.
that, wouldn't that be considered a lie? If you take a person
I don't
who
know,
look
so
like
like-
this and change his color,
What's
I'm
your
gonna show you something.
philosophical grounding on
I got
defining
you.
a lie?
1 second.
Like,
So wait.
yes,
wait.
it would be a lie against the facts,
Let
but
me
it
get to
wouldn't
this.
necessarily be a lie against duty,
I
so
got you.
long as we're serving a duty that's...
Watch this.
Verse 15.
Read.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
So we all know the children of Israel has always been a hard-headed people. We're hard-headed to this very day. What the Bible say, we do the opposite. We won't listen to God. We'll listen to what the pastor say.
Right.
We'll listen to what the minister or the choir director say. We won't actually listen to what God say. Read that again. Hey, how you doing? How you doing? You got a second? You got 1 second? Come with me. Come talk. Let me ask you a question. Come over here, bro. Do you know what color Jesus is? You come over here. Come on. You okay? So one second. So what we're trying to do is all we're trying to do is show that the black Hispanic and Native Americans are literally God's chosen. That you're great. God has always chosen this particular bloodline, and that's one bloodline. It's just special to God. Though we go through all this, matter of fact, give me Revelation 2 and 9. Though we go through hardship, you understand what I'm saying? It's still God chosen people. That's why I'm asking you. Don't go nowhere. Come here, don't go nowhere. Read that.
Revelation chapter 2, verse 9.
Go back to Deuteronomy.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15.
Read.
And it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Once again, us being a hard-headed nation of people, we always was disobedient to God. Read.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So if we didn't listen to what God says, certain curses, certain evils, certain plagues will come upon us, upon the children of Israel. And let's see what some of these curses are. Go to verse 16.
Verse 16. Cursed shall thou be in the city.
Where you look around Oklahoma City, I don't care what state you're in, what country, what continent you're in, you're always going to find blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans at the bottom of society.
Right.
You're always going to see them maligned by the other nations of people. Read that again.
Cursed shall thou be in the city.
It says, "Cursed shall thou be in the city." So that's why here in Oklahoma City you have hoods.
Right.
You in what you have in South America? You have what's it called?
Barrios.
Barrios.
Right.
You have all this going on. You have Planned Parenthood. You have
Bring it
abortions going on in our community.
Right.
You have murders going on in our community.
Right.
Why? Because we broke the commandments of God. We won't do what God tell us to do. Hey, how y'all doing? Y'all got a moment? You don't have a moment. Read it. Keep reading.
And cursed shall thou be in the field.
Read from top.
Cursed shall thou be in the city.
So once again, the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are cursed in the cities of America today.
Right.
Once again, that's why we get shot down in the street by the police.
Right.
Police get off scot-free, or they get minimal punishment handed to them. But for us, we get maximum prison sentences.
Right.
Read that again.
Cursed shall thou be in the city.
It says, "Cursed shall thou be in the city," the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. We at the bottom of society. That's why our communities are redlined. That's why we go through gentrification. That's why we have all manner of evils going on in our community today. Read.
And cursed shalt thou be in the field.
We will be cursed in the field. That goes also into the entire world. Every country, every city, every county that we go to, every continent, we will be cursed as a people.
Right.
Jump to verse 32.
Verse 32.
Uh-huh.
Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
So it says our sons and daughters will be given to another people. This is what happened to us when we went into slavery. This is the sub-Saharan slave trade, the transatlantic slave trade. This was going on right now today when you look at what's going on with our brothers in Mexico,
Right.
here in the United States, what you call ICE. Where they
Get
come,
out.
knock on your door, take your children, separate families and households, and take the children to other parts of the country. Read that.
Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
Our children was given unto another race of people. Read.
And thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long.
Why? Why would we look and fail with longing for them all the day long? How you doing, sir? Hey, you got a minute? 5 minutes of your time. Come on, I know you're busy, man. Read.
And thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long.
Right. Our eyes will look and fail for longing for our children all the day long. The question is why? Read.
And there shall be no might in thine hand.
Jump to 41.
Verse 41. Thou shalt beget sons and daughters.
So it says previously that your sons and daughters will be given to another people. What would be going on when your sons and daughters are given to another people? Read.
But thou shalt not enjoy them.
So you're not going to enjoy your children because they're going to be ripped out your hands.
Right.
They're going to be snatched away from you. You're going to have charges, or you're going to have a political system that is put in place to take your children away if you don't abide by their rules. Read.
Right. For they shall go into captivity.
The reason why you want to enjoy your kids, your children, your young men, your young women, is because they're going to go into captivity.
Right.
Read.
All thy trees and fruit.
No, go jump down to 33.
Verse 33.
Uh-huh.
The fruit of thy land and all thy labors shall a nation which thou knowest not eat up.
So when you look at the history of the so-called Native Americans and the so-called Hispanics, your Mexicans, your Puerto Ricans,
Right.
your South Americans, when you look at this, our people went through what they will call colonization,
Bring it
where
out.
another race of people came and took their land,
Right.
took the resources.
Bring it out.
Read that again.
The fruit of thy land and all thy labors.
So the fruit of your land going into your mineral rights, your mines, the gold,
Right.
the precious stones, everything that's in this country, another nation came and took it from you. Read.
The fruit of thy land and all thy labors shall a nation which thou knowest not eat up.
They was going to take every bit of your resources. They was going to be on top at that point. They took all your resources and now you're poor. Now you're at the bottom. Read.
And the fruit of thy land and all thy labors shall a nation which thou knowest not eat up.
What are we proving? What we're trying to prove is that the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are God's chosen people. Due to the curses that happened to us.
Right.
Hey, how y'all doing today? You guys got a moment? What? Come here, come talk to me. Come here, I know you're busy.
I'm okay.
Bring the family, huh?
I'm okay.
You okay? Come on over here. Read that. Hey, let me ask you a question though. Real quick, let me ask you a question, sir. What color is Jesus? Huh? You gonna come back? Read that.
The fruit of thy land and all thy labors shall a nation which thou knowest not eat up.
So once again, our resources was taken away from us by another race of people.
Right.
That's found in the Bible. That's proof that the Hispanics, the Native Americans, that you are the children of Israel.
That's
That you're
right.
God's chosen people. It's time for our people to come back to who they actually are. Give me Romans 13:11.
Bring it out.
Why is this important? Because where you were colonized, where you was raped, where your land was taken away from you, they killed your fathers and taught you that you was nothing.
Right.
Read that.
Romans chapter 13, verse 11.
Read.
And that, knowing the time, that now it is high
Hey,
time.
how you doing? How you doing, sir? Hey, let me ask you a question. How old are you? How old are you? Huh? No English?
He said no English.
No English.
Oye, ¿cuántos años tiene usted? Hermano,
Go ahead. How y'all doing? Hey, let me ask you a question right quick. I know y'all busy. Let me ask you a question. So, biblically speaking, as well as historically, what color is Jesus Christ?
It would have been like, I don't know, like brown, like Arab, or like you
Arab?
know, like North. Yeah, I mean, there's a couple different skin tones in that North Africa kind of area, but like, you know,
Okay,
something native to that
so
area.
I'll go with that. So, I'm gonna show you in the Bible. Hey, how y'all doing? Hey, do y'all agree that Christ looked more Middle Eastern? Yeah. Come here, come talk to me. Hey, look, 5 minutes, man. Come on. Do you guys agree? How you doing, sir? So what we're doing, we're going over what's the depiction of Jesus Christ. What's your name? No, you good. What's your name?
Calvin.
So Mr. Calvin here, he's asking, he's like, well, I asked him a question. I asked him, what color is Jesus Christ? I'm sorry. I asked him, what color is Jesus Christ? He said, you know, Middle Eastern, you know, more brown, you know, I mean, things like that, right? Would you guys agree? Yeah. You agree. So quick question. So if that was the case, why they give him this image then?
What?
Where did this image come from? If he was just brown.
That was like most of those, like that and that and that and that and that were painted by like French or
Right.
Italian people.
So
and-
are you saying this is the wrong image of Jesus?
Well, not necessarily, because if you're trying to like deliver a message that's supposed to permeate a culture, you might adapt some of the characters to look like the culture.
So wouldn't that be
You know, so
considered
like that might work. That icon of Jesus might work better in Europe for getting people to believe in
So
what the Bible
question
says.
with that, wouldn't that be considered a lie? If you take a person
I don't
who
know,
looked
so
like
like-
this and change his color.
What's
I'm
your
gonna show you something.
philosophical grounding on
I got
defining
you.
a lie?
One second.
Like,
So wait.
yes,
wait.
it would be a lie against the facts,
Let
but
me
it
get to
wouldn't
this.
necessarily be a lie against duty,
I
so
got you.
long as we're serving
Hey,
the duty that's...
Watch this. So it's no true photo, but it is. Give me Revelation 1. So I'm gonna show y'all something right quick. I'm gonna show y'all the truth according to the Bible. Give me Revelation 1:1.
Revelation chapter 1, verse 1. The revelation of Jesus Christ.
What's revelation mean? What does revelation mean? Huh?
The reveal.
To reveal, right? So the revealing of Jesus Christ. Why would that be important? Why would Jesus Christ have to be revealed in the last days?
Because also the Antichrist is there and he claims to be Christ even though Jesus is coming back.
Okay, so you have so somebody changed historical fact. Somebody has changed some sort of history, right? History has to be changed. You said earlier that if you it's going to adapt a white Jesus to Europe, correct? Yeah. Once again, that would be considered a lie. So in that case, why does that one image dominate over the whole world? And by the way, I'm gonna prove to you that Christ is more than just brown, and he's not Arab. Read that. Jump to verse 14.
Verse 14.
Uh-huh.
His head and his hairs were white like wool.
So, Jesus Christ, this is going into the revelation, the revealing of Jesus Christ. The hairs on his head and the hairs on his face was white in color, woolly in texture. So real quick, what people today have woolly texture hair? Or what give me some, who do you know has woolly texture hair? Just to leave it like that.
Wait. I think there's like, we got a little bit of like a timeline disconnect, right? Like
Not
this is Jesus
necessarily.
coming back, you know, at the end of times. And like, I think most of those are portrayals of Jesus during his life. Like,
So this is a betrayal of Christ during his life, but you just said that, hold on, hey, I want y'all to listen to this. He said, earlier he said that Christ is more brownish and Arab looking, but now he's saying that this image is the image where Christ is alive. So which one is it?
That's like what they're trying to portray. Right? So
Let's
like,
see what the book.
so you've got this issue where you're defining lie as a lie against the facts, but like you're also
So let's we're gonna go to the Bible and see what the Bible says. Because a lot of hold on, give me a second. Hey sir. So a lot of times what happens is we'll listen to what people say, we'll see it on movies, but we won't actually read it out the Bible, what it actually says. So read that.
His head and his hairs were white like wool.
So the hairs on his head and the hairs on his face was white in color, woolly in texture. Read.
As white as snow. And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
So why would it say Christ's eyes was a flame of fire? Give me Genesis. Why? Why? Okay, let's see. Do you have red eyes like Cyclops? You shoot beams out of them, something like that? Let's see, because everything we do, we're going to go right back to the Bible. Read that.
Genesis chapter 49, verse 12. His eyes shall be red with wine.
So this giving you a prophecy of Christ's eyes. Because remember, one of Christ's first miracles was what? Turning water into wine. So when you drink wine in moderation, what color? What happened to your eyes? They they have a tint of red. So go back. Thank you for agreeing with that. Read.
His head and his hairs were white like wool.
So right now I want you to see, this isn't white woolly hair. So this is already gone out the window. Read.
As white as snow.
As white as snow. Read.
And his eyes was a flame of fire.
So when you look at his eyes, none of this is depicted here. None of this is depicted. So we love Christ like we say we do. Shouldn't we worship him as he was? Read.
And his feet like unto fine brass.
So I don't care how much you keep shoes and socks on, you're still going to have the same skin pigmentation as the rest of your body. Because I hear a lot of people say, well, you know, he wore sandals and that's why his feet was darker and things like that. So read that part again.
And his feet like unto fine brass.
What color is brass? Brownish looking, right? So that's already taking this out the window. We can throw this away. We can throw this right away because obviously this is incorrect. You said it earlier. You said that they might as well give a depiction of Jesus in European in order for that to be to appeal to them, which would make it a lie.
Right.
Read that again.
And his feet like unto fine brass.
So it said his feet like unto fine brass. That's that brownish color that you said. What's your name? That Neela said. Read.
And his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burned.
As if they burned. Read.
In a furnace.
So I don't care if you put anything into a fire, what color would it turn out? It would. Thank you. It would turn black.
Right.
This is giving you the depiction of Jesus Christ. Because a lot of times, matter of fact, read on.
And his voice as the sound of many waters.
That's extremely important today because if we all being Christ-like, even like you have pastors in church, the first thing they do, instead of being austere like Christ, speaking boldly, a lot of times they try to talk more soft. You know, why would they do that? In order to appeal, to push the message out.
Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathaniel. I want you to know that you can view all our Sabbath classes live on IUIC TV. That's right, I said on IUIC TV. Download the app today. Shalom.
Hey, Shalom Israel, Most High in Christ blessed. Deacon Abiel in the building. Listen, subscribe to IUIC Oklahoma YouTube page. We got a lot more content coming out. We got the captains, we got the officers about to drop some fire. Stay tuned and don't forget, fix your faces on IUIC Oklahoma. Stay tuned with the latest and greatest content that we got coming out. All praise be to the Most High God. Shalom.
To take your money. Give me 2 Corinthians chapter 11. So wait, well, I'm gonna say, so that means that this image is a lie. So real quick, you have, here we have the image of the beast, the image of lies, and here we have a more true depiction of Jesus Christ. This is what's going on. We have lies. What we're trying to do out here, we're trying to correct lies with the truth. You understand? Because with that Jesus came what? What came with Jesus? Because in 1492, when Christopher Columbus and the rest of Christopher Columbus, then later on you had Ponce de Leon, you had Hernan Cortez, conquistadors that came over here with this image. Am I lying? That's actual historical fact. Am I correct? All right. So with that image, they taught something totally different. Read that.
2 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 4. For if he that cometh preacheth another Jesus, whom we have not.
Hold on. It says, if he cometh that teacheth another Jesus. Read.
Whom we have not preached.
One that we have not preached, because the Bible shows you, it tells you in the Old Testament as well as the New, what color Jesus was.
Right.
So if we're gonna worship Christ, if we're gonna follow him like we say we do, why not do it wholeheartedly with every bit of truth?
Right.
Because it's a thing going on today. Matter of fact, hold that. Give me First Maccabees 3 and 48. Because you had a thing called Iconoclasm. Have you guys heard of that? Iconoclasm. Have you heard of it?
No.
You ever heard of it? What about you?
Give your explanation.
So iconoclasm, it means the breaking of images. When you take a nation of people culture and you lighten it or whitewash the image. So here you have an image of them, they whitewash Jesus Christ into this, as well as with the doctrine goes along with it. Read that.
First Maccabees chapter 3, verse 48.
Oh, actually, go to 41 right quick.
Verse 41.
So I want to show y'all something. A lot of times people forget that Jesus Christ himself was in slavery or servitude to the Roman Empire. We agree on that. Just the same way you in servitude to the United States while you with. Hold on 1 second. Oh, hold on. Let me finish my point. Can I ask you a question? Hold on.
What we're getting at
Hold on.
that you
Hold on.
need me to believe Jesus was like that, not like that.
Hold on 1 second. That's a good question. That's an excellent question. Wait. No, wait. I know. You know why we got to be on here the whole time with that? I know you want to hurry up and get to the point. Wait. 1 second. Sir.
I'm down. That's fine.
Oh, okay, cool. But this is the issue. This is the issue. We're gonna get it in a minute, but when Christ, when they was preaching Christ, this image, they also taught lies. They murdered the Native Americans with this image. They murdered the Mexicans with this image. Read.
First Maccabees chapter 3, verse 41. And the merchants of the country, hearing the fame of them, took silver and gold, very much with servants, and came into the camp to buy the children of Israel for slaves.
So the children of Israel was in slavery even at this time. Every time the children of Israel sinned as a nation of people, they went into slavery. They went into servitude. Jump down to 48.
Verse 48.
And by them being in servitude or slavery to another nation that came over to their land, partially colonization, they took over their land like they do here today. Read.
Verse 48. And laid open the book of the law.
The Bible. They laid open the Bible. Read.
Wherein the heathen has sought.
The other nations, at this time it was the Greek Empire. Who are the Greeks? Who's the ruling class with the Greek Empire back then? The ruling class at that time was white people. Let's be honest. Let's call oranges oranges. Let's call grapes grapes. If we're gonna tell the truth, let's tell the whole truth. You understand? Just like here in America. Yes, it's different races here, but the ruling class here is white people.
Right.
Read that again.
And laid open the book of the law, wherein the heathen has sought to paint the likeness of their images.
So what I'm showing you, I know y'all getting ready to go, what I'm showing you is iconoclasm. That's what they did with the image of Christ. They whitewashed his image from this to this. And with that, they taught a different doctrine. Go back to 2 Corinthians, real quick, I know y'all getting ready to go. All right. So, okay. Watch this. Give me John. Well, no, you're good. You're good. That's an excellent question. Give me John. John 8. Because that is a good question. Read.
John chapter 8, verse 32. And ye shall know the truth. And the truth.
Right there. You should know the truth. It's important that we know the truth. Because a lot of times we forget that they did this. They took this image and they changed it to this. And then they taught a whole different doctrine to go with it. That's a lie. So how do you correct the lie? By telling the truth.
Right.
Read that. Read it again.
And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free.
That's the only thing that's going to make you free is by knowing and adhering to the truth. That's important, right? You won't want to be with you're married. You got this adulterer, a husband that's adulterer, constantly cheating on you and things like that. Would you want that? Him lying to you constantly. Same thing with your children. You would want to know the truth. You would want to know the truth in order to what? Fix the issue. Go back to 2 Corinthians, and that's what we're doing. We're trying to fix the issue. Read.
2 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 4.
Uh-huh.
For if he that cometh preacheth another Jesus.
So, contrary to popular belief, white people came over here and taught another Jesus. They took his image. It's called a breaking of images, iconoclasm. They broke the image of Jesus, as well as his doctrine. Read.
Whom we have not preached.
So they didn't preach a white Jesus. Read.
Or if ye receive another spirit.
And with that other image comes another spirit that goes along with it.
Right.
Because here in the Bible, Christ said, I only came to save those who were lost. And who was lost at the time? The children of Israel. I'm going to get that for you as well. You understand? Because the children of Israel was in and out of slavery. Why? Do you know? For breaking God's commandments. I'm going to show you this real quick. Give me Deuteronomy. Matter of fact, just hold that. I know y'all get ready to go. Let's get to the point. Let's get to the point. Hold that. Go back to 2 Corinthians. Jump up to verse 13. I want to show y'all something right quick. I'm going to show you what's actually going on today. You brought out what? Antichrist, right? Read this.
2 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 13.
Uh-huh.
For such are false apostles.
So false apostles, people coming and they teaching the wrong image, the wrong doctrine of Jesus Christ. Read.
Deceitful workers.
Uh-huh.
Transforming themselves into the apostles of Christ.
So they turned themselves into the apostles of Jesus Christ. That would be your Christian church, Catholicism, your Catholic church. They did all this to enslave a certain group of people. Christianity was formed for to put the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans into slavery. That's why you have what is the Protestant church, the Mormon. All that was founded while the blacks was in slavery, as well as while the Hispanics and the Native Americans was at the bottom, while they were being killed, hanged, and lynched. This is history that people don't teach no more.
Right.
Read.
And no marvel, for Satan himself.
So also Satan himself, the devil, read,
is transformed into an angel of light.
So they broke this image and transformed themselves into an angel of light. That's what you call iconoclasm.
Right.
The breaking of images. Whose images? The Israelites, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and we can prove that. This isn't racism. This is literally truth, and you know this to be true. Am I correct? You know about the whitewashing of Jesus' image, because at one point you guys all said that Christ is something like brown, but yet our people worship this. But
right.
How brown was Christ? He was black. He was a black man. If today if he was here, matter of fact, give me Jeremiah 14, because a lot of times even the people in Israel today, those aren't the real Jews. Those aren't the Israelites.
Right.
Right.
Those are not God's chosen people. You are. You're God's chosen people. And our people are in all manner of idolatry, worshiping other gods to today. And that's why we're in the constant situation that we're in. Read that.
Jeremiah chapter 14, verse 2. Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof languish.
Read.
They are black.
Who's black?
Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof languish. They are black.
The Jews are black people. They always been a black people. They come in different shades. Read.
Unto the ground.
They different shades of brown. This is what our people don't understand. What we're preaching is not hatred, it's truth. You're not, what are you? You consider yourself what? Thank you for being honest. You consider yourself Mexican. That's not who you are. When you look over here on the side, excuse me, we try to teach our people this. When you look on this side, here is what your slave masters called you when they had your forefathers in slavery. Over here is what Jesus called you. What God called you. You are an Israelite from the tribe of Issachar.
That's right.
That's who you are. You're God's chosen people. You should take that with pride. You should love that thing. That you are you're related to Jesus Christ. And when you look at society, I don't care what people say, black, Hispanic, and Native Americans are by far some of the most spiritual people on the face of the earth. And that's by design, because they are these people.
Right.
Though they fall off, though they mess up, you know what I mean, God would always choose them.
That's right.
Once they repent.
What is a nation? Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you.
And finally, my brethren, be strong.